is not. It's true.
So it's not just the dogs and the cats, not just the pets.
It's not just the dogs and the cats. They're full-on vampires. And everybody still thinks I'm crazy, but I'm not crazy. They're full-on vampires. They love the taste of human flesh and they drink human blood.
This is one of the most disturbing things I've ever read in my life, and it raises the question, was Jeffrey Epstein impregnating young children in order to force them to have kids that would then be brought into the world of sex trafficking and pedophile rings from a newborn?
Damning evidence has emerged linking King Charles to Jeffrey Epstein, revealing the monarch was personally invited to Epstein's Caribbean island to participate in gruesome occult rituals involving unwanted young male offspring from his baby farm. We are talking about pagan rituals with satanic influences, child abuse out in the open. And for one unlucky child, it was more than just abuse, it was child sacrifice. According to white witnesses, Charles was not merely present at the ritual, he presided. Because he sees the occult as his inheritance, a birthright etched into bloodlines that trace back through centuries of secrecy, ritual, and shadowed power.
Hillary's handprint off of the wall, which that was the biggest piece of evidence I turned in, were the ritual walls that had the handprints of every individual who basically was born into the system over the past 200 years here in the United States. But he also has in affidavit form the testimony, that those walls exist and that every individual in the system, their handprint is in that wall in victims' blood. It's not their own blood. So yeah, Hillary was specifically chosen by the Mothers of Darkness and the Satanic Council, partly because of her heritage, but because of what they were choosing her to do in the future, which was to be the President of the United States and to literally, bring down kind of, we'll just say so I had a lot of experiences with her in Chicago in the early 1980s, which did include, witnessing, I'll just say multiple. So when, actually it was before it came out and became popular, there were videos that were circulating on the dark web of her and things that she was doing. I can verify that, yes, those are absolutely true. And what you have is that, individuals like her often, because they've been so long, they get in a habit where they have certain ways that they like to do it. And so, I call that signature move, signature kill. And so, everything about that people have heard about that video, that's part of her signature on how she targets, young girls and, mocks, humiliates, and, I'll say spiritual abuse. But I really don't like those words because it doesn't really give people the full picture of the horrors of what she's done to these girls. We're talking graphic things that people don't even want to imagine or know. That's exactly what she would do.
Hope you are feeling better. Did we analyze the jerky? Why didn't we get jerky this week? I also added more to the jerky and ginger lemongrass. Thank you so much. Super cool. Beef jerky, delicious. Jojo is here and we'll walk the jerky over to Jeffrey. We'll walk the jerky over to Jeffrey. Why would jerky walk around? Why would it do that? Delicious lunch, beef jerky. Steve and I are very grateful above all for your friendship. Some of these emails are so wholesome, aren't they? It's too bad they eat kids.
Don't eat people that. So that's the hard thing. And then I tell them
they're eating people alive.
They're eating people alive. And And it's worse. They don't give drugs. They don't give, they may give like a paralyzing drug, but there's no drug for pain. There's no psychedelics given or anything that would comfort that person. Part of what they enjoy is they enjoy seeing the fear and these people's reactions as they're dying.
At the crux of this theory is this belief that you are secretly saving the world from this satanic cult of pedophiles and cannibals. Does that sound like something you are behind?
Is that supposed to be a bad thing?